how's the first couple of days you guys had off? How was that mentally for you guys?
Great.
Feel refreshed at all, you guys? Scoot, Norm, how are some of those guys doing with the injuries they've had?
Practice today. They practice today, so they should be ready to go tomorrow.
Kevin, Scoot fully practiced today?
Yes.
With Kawhi, I mean, where is he in his progress? I know you said he's progressing, but what has he been able to do on the court?
Just be on the court, shooting, going through some plays and stuff like that.
I know you guys mentioned that you would hope that he'd be ready every night. You also said you didn't expect him to be. Everyone,
I can't really hear. I'm sorry.
A lot of folks mentioned, you, Kawhi also mentioned he wanted to be ready for opening night. You also said you didn't really expect him to be out without him for this long. So what's really keeping him from being where you want him to be at this stage?
He has to do all the things he's supposed to. He's got to check all the boxes and do all the right things, not skip any steps. And so when he completes that, then we'll move on.
How many boxes
today?
I don't know. He's just out.
Kawhi didn't practice today, but did individual stuff.
No, he didn't practice. He's out.
But he's just doing individual shooting stuff still?
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
What are the boxes you want him to check?
Get 100%.
Get 100%. Like,
I'm not a medical.
No,
I don't know.
yeah.
Like, I'm not in there lifting him and doing all that. Like, he's out. He's getting better. He's on the floor. He's doing stuff. But he's not ready to play.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Then
Thank you.
I have a question about Kawhi too.
Yes,
One dude reported that he'll be available before Christmas.
It's what?
He'll be available before Christmas.
I don't know.
He didn't say Christmas 2026, but he did say Christmas
I don't know.
20. So you don't know about that.
No.
So that's
Who said that?
Bill Simmons.
Oh, really?
He says it's inside Clipper guy. So I thought that might be you, the inside Clipper guy.
I put my name on it.
So will he be ready?
I'm never a source.
No, you're an accurate source.
Right?
You are the source that's accurate.
With my name on it.
Your name on this. Will he be ready about Christmas?
I don't know.
Okay, then go ahead. Good answer. How you doing today?
I'm doing good.
How was Las Vegas?
It was
Are
great.
you feeling more refreshed right now?
Yes, I want to go back.
You can go next week. You want to play 3 games over the next 10 days.
We'll see.
How strange is that to go from playing all those games to now 3 games over, 8, 9 days, something like that?
3 games in 14 days?
So you good with that?
We need it right now. Just to practice time. Guys get healthy. So it's actually pretty good for us. So hopefully we can take advantage of it, get better. And, that time took away, and hopefully we can get Kawhi back one of these days.
One of these days?
Yeah.
No particular day?
No.
Obviously, the team looks different than it did in some ways when you guys were last in Houston, but reflecting on adjustments that you could make based on this specific team, which are the most important ones for tomorrow?
I think handling their pressure. I think they did a good job of ball pressure. I think taking care of the basketball is going to be another thing. And then we got to get back in transition. We can't allow them to play in transition and get out and get easy basketball.
Does the rest help specifically against a young, fast team like Houston?
I hope so. I hope so. They are fast, they're athletic, they play with pace, they're really good defensively, and Ime's done a great job of just having to buy into the system and what he's doing. So they're playing really good basketball right now.
How do you kind of segment these 2 weeks here where you have 3 games, a lot of practice days after having so many games? How do you kind of segment these days off in practices?
How do you segment them, Jeff?
Yeah, like do you have, a day where it's more recovery, more, you guys go hard?
Yeah, we got a little bit of both, recovery, but I think we just got to start adding offensively, getting better with that. And then defensively, just, making sure that we're understanding what we're supposed to do, We've had not a lot, but we've had just slippage in our normal coverages, our foundation of our defense. And so just getting back to the basics. And that's going to happen when you don't practice, you don't have the time to practice. So having these 14 days, 3 games in 14 days, just some time to practice and, kind of fine tune what we're trying to do.
So just to be clear, Norm and KP will be playing tomorrow?
Norm and who?
And then Kevin
Scoot.
Porter.
Okay, yeah.
That's his nickname, Scoot?
Scoot, yeah.
What's his mother call him?
Scoop.
What do you call him?
Scoop.
I'm calling him Kevin. That's what I see on it. Put that on the sheet tomorrow, Scoot.
See, how much easier does it make it now that you've had all these games and get to practice compared to when you had, to practice all of October to build the foundation of the team that you brought? Like, how do you, what's it like to progress from that now that you've played so much?
We still, we still have steps we can take to get better. And so, having this practice time and just reiterate, things we can get better at, and actually go through it on the floor and take time to actually teach and let the guys understand what we're trying to do is very helpful. And so the schedule the way it was hard to get practice time. And so now we can take advantage of it and hopefully we can improve.
Do you watch any basketball on your days off? Like the last 2 days, did you watch any basketball?
No.
So you just like decompression for you?
Yes.
Does that help you mentally?
It does.
Do you feel like you can get like, I guess, overworked in that sense? Like if you're just around basketball too much?
I mean, it's my job. You
No,
know?
I know that, but I mean,
when you play every day or every other day, it's hard to really, not watch because you're preparing for the next team, preparing for the next game. You got to watch the game you just played to see what you need to get better at, and what gives you problems. So throughout the course, this 24 games, it's been hard to really catch other games, without having to work yourself. So it's been tough. So now I can kind of lock into other teams and see what they're doing, and have some time off really helps with that.
Not just for your team, I would say for the whole league. How many games do you feel like it takes, or how deep into the season do you feel like it takes to completely separate the identity that you think your team had a year ago to them feeling like they have a good enough sample size to what you think they would play like now?
I think we know who we are now. I think it's been long enough, and we play a certain style of basketball for 24 games, and 2.5 weeks of training camp. So I think we understand who we are. We got to be a defensive-minded team. We got to have a defensive intensity every single night and having that mindset. And so I think we brought that, for the most part, for 24 games, and that's who we are.
Do you feel like that's the case for everybody in the league as well?
It's different. It's different because different teams have different people out, and so things are different, So we know when Kawhi comes back, he's a defensive-minded guy who guard the basketball and play, guard 5 different positions. So for him coming into, what we're doing here it shouldn't be hard for him, to get involved.
Do you foresee, when Kawhi does come back, do you foresee him not having to take the defensive workload and burden as much because of guys like Derek and Chris and thus keep him fresher on the offensive end?
Yes, sir.
How much does that impact the rest of the team when he's able to do stuff like that?
It's very impactful because now he can, focus in on scoring the basketball, not getting tired, and when he comes back, what kind of shape is he going to be in? So to have guys that can defend and do things, do the dirty work for Kawhi until he's able to get to himself, I think it helps out a lot.
Thank you, Ty.
Thank you.